Hey everyone, welcome back to What the Fuck Wednesday with Cat Lady. Last episode we met good old Joe here, who is absolutely batshit. We fell through a hole in his floor and now I have no idea where we are. But we're going to strangle his demon wife. So, let's do it.
Stop it! What the hell's gotten into you, Mrs. A?
What's just happened?
I don't know.
Did you just try to strangle me?
No. Oh, God, no. I would never do that, Mitzi. I guess I must have panicked. I thought you were someone else.
Look, I was gone for less than 1 minute.
Really?
Oh man.
Somehow it felt longer than that.
At least you found the laptop cable. That's good news because I don't think mine will be any good. Let's see what's on this hard drive, shall we? Well, that was a waste of time.
Never mind. At least now we're sure it's not him. Let's just go. I don't want to spend another minute in this place.
Hey, did you think of a vegetable?
Oh my god.
What?
I'd asked you to think of a vegetable while I was gone. So, did you?
Yeah. Sure.
Great. Now don't tell me. Was it carrot?
Yes, a carrot. That's amazing. How did you know? No, sorry, we'll play along.
Yes. A carrot. That's amazing. How did you know?
That's the secret. I can't tell you that, Mrs. A, or else it wouldn't be a magic trick anymore. Yay, it works every time.
Okay. Don't get too big-headed now.
Sure, but I am the greatest.
Look, I only said it was carrot to be nice. In fact, I thought about celery. I wasn't going to say, but you leave me no choice.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Now, let's go. Joe can come back any minute, and you don't want to meet him. He is not a nice guy.
Alrighty. Let's go down to 6. We gotta plug in the power lead to Jesse's computer. Oh god, that's the old man. You know what? We're gonna go further down because I don't want to have to try to deal with that right now. I guess we didn't see anything in Joe's apartment. We can't go back in there. So, let's try the empty apartment maybe? I think we just open this one. Because there's an outlet right by the window in here, if I remember right. And I always wondered why we could interact with this socket. Plug in. Oh yeah, it reaches. That is a miraculous cord. It's going down like 6 floors. Okay, back up to Jesse's apartment. Past the transportal hole. Oops, I did not mean to go down. And back up. I think he's the top floor, yeah. Alright. I guess, who all is left?
Right.
Oh.
I should be able to use that computer now. Could you give me 5 minutes, Mrs. A?
Sure. Why not? I'll keep an eye on the door.
either. God damn it.
I think that that just leaves our upstairs neighbor. Alright. Well, he was already an asshole, so... So we still need to get red paint on this dress. The red paint is down here. Now we have a screwdriver, so I think we can use that to open up the can. Screwdriver, yeah. I can easily pry it open with the screwdriver. Done. Now I can pick up the tin now. Okay, and... Oops. Not a great color for your bedroom walls, but it would be perfect for writing threatening messages on walls instead. It worked for Joe Davis anyway. Unless, of course, those 3 6s on his bathroom door were written in real blood. Oh, Lord. What was the other thing that we needed? Do we need a mask? I think we did need one of the masks. So, now we go, I guess, to my neighbor's door? Oh, oops. Up one more floor. My bad. Okay. Hang back. I suppose I'd better get this back on the sewing dummy and hang... Oh, why do we have to put it back on the... Alright, shit. Back downstairs. We're just gonna haunt the staircase. I was gonna say I thought we were gonna splatter blood on... or blood. Red paint on the dress. Okay, now let's use... Can we not use? Mitzi's in our way. Simple white mask with holes in the eyes. I guess maybe this will...
Okay.
Okay, there.
So what do we need?
Well, basically, we need 3 things. Red paint. We've got it already. The dress will make a great costume.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have to
We
cut
just
it
need
up.
it in black. Also, it should look damaged. That's important. Cat Widow is a ghost, after all. I'll need some scissors for that. This mask I took from Jessie's flat will do the job nicely.
Okay, so let's cut this dress up. Maybe.
We need to make some adjustments. Now this is a dress worthy of the Cat Widow.
It's a little risque.
Why don't you admit it was too small for you?
Ha ha, bloody ha. Why don't you just shut up? Whoever wore this dress probably hadn't eaten in years. You'd struggle to get a skeleton into it. This is it. We've got all we need.
Great. Are you going to tell me about the Cat Widow now?
Yes, it's story time, Mitzi. The legend says there was once a bad man who hated cats. He hated his neighbors too, and his job. And when it rained, he'd curse and smash things. He hated his bald head and his weak, ugly body. He probably hated himself the most, although he would never admit it.
I think I see where this is going.
One day, out of pure hatred for the whole world and everything that lives, he captured a family of cats and drowned them all in the river. That day, the sun turned black and all the birds went silent as the 6 kittens struggled for life. But, trapped in a strong canvas bag, they never had a chance. They all died that day. All but one. The mother cat, in a desperate fight to set herself free, by pure luck, clawed her way out of the bag and swam to the shore. She lost everything that day. Her beautiful children and her proud husband. Her heart crashed into pieces as she watched their limp dead bodies stolen by the current. Running after them, she followed them for days, for as long as she could. Then, eventually, she lost sight of them. She stayed on the bank of the river for a while. The world stopped turning for her, her eyes empty and blind. And then, one day, she slowly slid down the bank and into the cold, dark water. She gave in to it. She let the river take her away too, cover her mouth, her ears, her eyes. But as the water filled her lungs, and she started slipping into darkness, there was another strange feeling that burst in her mind like a ball of flames. Anger, rage even. Her last craving, before she drowned, was for revenge, for blood. And so she returned, reborn and changed, a cat widow, veiled in black, mistress of the cats. Her body of a young woman, but her eyes of a cat, and her face, white, rotten, face of a corpse. Those who saw it rarely lived to tell the tale. She would get her revenge on all cat killers and cat torturers. But there was someone she had to see first, someone special. Someone she really hated the most. As the evening came, it was strangely quiet in the man's flat. As he lived alone, he usually liked to fill the silence with the sound of radio or TV shows. But that night, he switched them all off, feeling anxious and tired after work. He tried to sleep, but couldn't. And for once, there wasn't anyone there he could blame for it. As he stared through the window, he kept thinking about how much he hated that view. He liked it once, a long time ago, when his wife was still there and they were happy together. Suddenly, he heard knocking on the door. Some part of him was glad, because that meant he could take it out on whoever decided to bother him. There was nobody there. He almost felt disappointed, but before he turned to walk away, he suddenly noticed something down the hall.
On the nearby wall, there was a giant shadow of a cat. He noticed the shadow of a cloaked figure standing ahead. A dead body of a disemboweled cat hung on the radiator. Oh my god. Let's do a shadow of a cat.
On a nearby wall, there was a giant shadow of a cat. He stopped again. He couldn't believe his eyes.
Someone wrote cat killer on his door. There was a cat's skull stuck to the seat of his bike. The word asshole written on his door. I don't know, cat killer sounds way
Someone
cooler.
wrote cat killer on his door. He had a passion for trains. Although he hated being a train driver, he had always enjoyed watching them move. But now, His train model was moving all on its own. He was absolutely certain he'd left it switched off. And yet, there it was, running at crazy speed. Remote control missing. Something was seriously wrong. And that something had entered his home now too.
That's not a weird hobby at all.
He hoped he was just imagining things, tired as he was. But there was another surprise waiting for him in his bedroom.
A giant, blood-soaked zombie cat sat on his bed. Cat Widow is here was written all over the wall. I don't know about a zombie cat. Well,
Cat Widow is here was written all over the wall.
as in a dream, he went to the kitchen to get a drink. Getting really scared now, he decided to call the police. Now we're not calling the
As
police.
in a dream, he went to the kitchen to get a drink. There was no water. He knew there were valves in the basement that turned it off, but no one's been down there for years. He felt sick. None of this made any sense. And yet, deep down, he knew what he did to the cats was wrong. There was a part of him that almost wanted to be punished. The part he tried so hard to hide. He thought he'd heard something in the corridor. Was there someone there with him?
Ooh.
His head was spinning. He felt ambushed, trapped, like an animal. He had to get out of there.
Getting really scared now, he decided to call the
Getting
police.
really scared now. He decided to call the police. His phone was of no use. The SIM card had been removed, and that wasn't even the worst part. There was a photo of a black cat set as screensaver. He remembered this cat. He'd watched that strange pest control man put it in a cage and into his van. He'd looked at it through the window for a while, then pulled the curtains and went to bed.
Was it Teacup?
He stopped, paralyzed. He'd heard something right in front of him. A whisper. More like a purr. She was there, in the dark corner of his living room, waiting. Black veil covering that pale, dead face. And yet, he could almost feel Cat Widow's eyes piercing through him.
Cat Widow aimed a shotgun at his chest and fired. She came closer like a ghost and swiftly removed the veil. Well, let's not murder him.
She came closer, like a ghost, and swiftly removed the veil. She came back for him, to take him to the river, to make him pay for what he'd done. As he looked into her eyes, he could feel the world spinning around him, his knees go weak, his pants suddenly wet around his crotch. As much as he hated life, he didn't want to die either. Inside, he was just a big, stinking coward. And then he fainted. Did you see his face? I knew he'd fall for this.
Yeah, we scared the living shit out of him. Now that's teamwork. Are you sure he won't know it was you, though?
Oh, he probably will, once he's had time to think about what happened. but he's too proud to ever admit he's been beaten by a woman. I know him just about enough to know that.
Let's hope so. I don't want you to get in trouble because of me.
No. That was something I had to do for myself, and I feel much better for it.
The only problem now is that we still haven't found Eye of Adam. Because it definitely isn't Brian. I've searched through his laptop and all I found was a load of porn.
Let's cross him off the list.
It could have been Joe before he went batshit.
Well, that means we've checked everyone. We've hit a brick wall. Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe he doesn't live here at all.
I think we need to sleep on it, and we might get some more ideas in the morning. Shall we head back home?
Yeah, I do feel tired. You're right, we need some sleep. Really wish there was an elevator in this building. What's that? A note? What does it say, Mrs. A?
You will not believe it. Meet me at midnight, both of you. I will wait. Flat 5. Door will be open. Do not fear. Eye of Adam.
Flat 5. That's the old guy. Can't be. It can't be him.
I guess we'll find out. At midnight. We've got a few hours until then. Let's get some coffee.
Maybe it's like the old guy's grandson or something. Who drinks coffee right before they need to get some sleep? Okay, I don't know why we panned over the basement. Oh, my lord.
It's just you and me, my
What
love.
the fuck?
No one will find us here.
What the actual
Stop
fuck?
worrying, Ivy. It will be all right. I will always love you. You know that. I'm gonna make you all better.
So I do remember there being a false wall in the basement, so I guess that's what's behind it. Don't feed the troll. Oh lord. Chapter 7. Oh, we're back here? We're not? Oh god, no, thank you. Are we having a strange fever dream? Oh, it's midnight. I like the look of that water. There isn't a single fish in that tank.
Just look at this door. Crazy son of a bitch. That's not gonna stop us. I think there's someone in the kitchen. Are you Are you Adam?
Me? No, of course not. I don't have anything to do with all this foolishness. Never have. It's my son. I've told him time and time again, but he never listens. I've done my best to protect that boy, you know. I'm all he's got left in the world since his mama died, but it just wasn't enough.
Where is he then? Where's Eye of Adam?
He's in his room. Where else would he be? He's always in his room, staring at that screen for as long as he can. Look, I've made up my mind about this. I want to help you. This mess he's in, it's gone too far. I can't be part of this.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't understand. He's watching us. Right now, he can see us on his camera. He's very clever with this stuff. I never got my head around it. Just as much as I needed to, I guess. But not a lot.
Give us the key to his room. I want to talk to him.
Look, it's a trap. He knows why you're here, and he will kill you. Both of you. But he will not kill me. He won't dare. All these years, I've looked after him well. He owes me everything. It breaks my heart to do this now. What choice do I have? He left me this. I was supposed to keep it for myself, but I want you to take it. He won't dare to kill his own father. I won't let two innocent lives be lost because of him.
What is it?
Just take the damn thing. There's not much time. Didn't you hear me? He's watching.
Alrighty. Take the box.
What is it, Mrs. A?
It's a shoebox.
Take it away. Get rid of it. He must see that I don't have it anymore.
Shall we open it?
So, before I open this, I wonder if this old man was just pretending to be as senile as he was before, because now he's not senile at all, so I don't know if that was just pretending or not.
Oh God. Mitzi, we have to get out of here. Quickly. It's a gas mask. He's going to poison us.
Using the fish tank. This is more of a terrarium. There isn't even any water in it. Hold your breath, girls.
It's too late.
Shit. Oh, shit. Shit. Shit.
No! Stop that, Adam. You're going to kill your father.
We'll never make it to the door. That room is filling up with gas too quickly. Put the mask on, Mrs. A.
What about you? No, I can't.
Man will live, it's cool.
You've got to. This is your only chance.
No, I can't let you die. Not like this.
It's my fault that you're here. I'm dying anyway. And you've got to live, Mrs. A. You'll live and you'll be happy again. You've been a great friend, Mrs. A.
Man, give the mask to Mitzi. We're immortal.
You've got a date, and I'll make sure you turn up for it.
I can't.
There is no time to argue. I'll be fine. Now. Do it!
Sorry, old man.
Mitzi,
Oh, rip, old dude.
think of a vegetable while I'm gone.
Oh, okay. back in the Elysium Fields. Queen of Maggots hellhole. What up? We haven't seen her in a long time.
Welcome home, darling. I've been waiting for you. What took you so long?
Say what you've got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired of you. Tired of all this madness. I just need to get back.
Very well. I'm not planning to keep you long. Let's go inside. I have one last job for you. There are still 2 candles left, Susan. You know how this works. A soul for a soul.
And that's it. I blow out the last candle, and I'll never have to see you again.
Only if you blow out the right one. I'll never bother you again.
What?
Isn't that what you want? But if you choose wrong, it will be your life extinguished forever. Just take a deep breath and do it.
But how should I know which one's right?
That's the thing, Susan. You can't know that. In life, you can't always know the consequences before you make a decision. Haven't you learned that yet?
That's not fair.
Nothing is fair. You opened your heart talking to that doctor, and he butchered you like an animal. Then those disgusting cannibals, they chop you up and cook you for dinner if you'd let them. And what about the man with the flowers? All that he wanted was to hear you play before he split your skull open. The way your husband treated you, the way your neighbors laughed at you for years, just for being different. You did not deserve all that, and yet it happened. Am I forgetting something? Oh, yes, of course. Most of all, was it fair that...
Shut up! Just shut up, you ugly bitch! Now I know who you really are. All those feelings I had in me for years. That bitter guilt and self-pity. That hatred for myself and everyone else. You are that miserable illness that's consumed my heart all these years. You, always there, always. Every day I looked at you in the mirror, like a dark cloud I couldn't see through. I let you take control of my life. I believed it was right to feel like this. But not any longer. This ends here.
Then blow out the candle.
Left, right, or refuse? I'm really afraid that if we blow out one of these candles, it's gonna be Mitzi. I'm gonna refuse.
No, I won't.
Screw you,
I'm
queen.
done playing your stupid little games. You won't tell me what to do anymore. I am stronger than you. I can close my eyes and you'll be gone.
Blow out the candle.
It's time to say goodbye, sister. I'm not gonna miss you.
You will never leave this place without me. You need me. We are one.
No. Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
Sup, Mitzi?
Tomato is a fruit, silly.
Who cares? I like tomatoes.
So do I. But I hate to disappoint you, but I was really thinking of onions.
Why onions?
They're the saddest of the vegetables, of course. They make people cry. What happened, Mrs. A? I saw you die. And yet, you're here. Alive, like if nothing's ever happened.
Well, let's put it this way. Everyone knows cats have 9 lives. So do cat ladies, apparently. But this time, I feel there won't be second chances. I'm down to 1 last life now. I can't afford to waste it.
You are such a nutter, Mrs. A. You are absolutely fucking bonkers. But I'm so happy to see you. Never, ever do that to me again, alright?
I can happily promise you that, Mitzi.
This is it. His room is through that door. It's time to face the Eye of Adam.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Can we talk about this bizarre bathroom for a minute? Is there a chair in the shower? Is that maybe for the old man? Oh, shit.
You're the Eye of Adam? A pathetic, wheelchair-bound invalid? Is this a joke? Do you know who I am? Do you know what you've done to me? You fucking murderer! Tonight it's your turn to die. I'm gonna paint this room with your brains and I'm gonna watch and smile. I swear to God I'll do it. Well, nothing to say? Nothing at all? Aren't you going to beg for your sad little life? Say something! Anything!
Mitzi, where did you get that gun from?
It doesn't matter. Please, Mrs. A. This is something I have to do. You are free to leave if you want. You don't have to be a part of it. Just try to understand. Beg for forgiveness, you scum. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't believe I'm gonna shoot you, do you? Oh, I've dreamt of this moment for so long.
Look at this man, Mitzi. He hasn't twitched a muscle since we entered the room. I think he's paralyzed.
That's impossible. He's lying to us. He's faking it. Do something. Talk, for God's sake. I need you to answer me. I need to know.
He won't answer you. He can't talk.
Then, how did he post all that stuff online? What the?
He's typing with his mind. Or his tongue. I think that's a thing. We meet at last.
How did he do it?
I think I know how. See that little device on his left eye? I've heard about these. It's a controller. It seems the only part of his body he can move is his eyeball. Controller connected to the computer tracks its movement, allowing him to...
What? That's ridiculous. How do you even know such things?
I'm a nurse? I've seen these before. Well, I've seen eye-controlled wheelchairs, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work with a computer.
Jesus. That would explain the whole Eye of Adam thing. He really is just the eye. But no, that doesn't change anything. He must die. He deserves nothing more.
Do it.
What? You arrogant shit! I will fucking do it. Just tell me one thing. One thing. Why? Why did you make Jack kill himself?
We're writing a book. Pull the trigger, you'll find out.
Fine. It'll be a pleasure. Ready to die, scumbag?
Look at all these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea. You lied to me. You never said you wanted to kill him. Well, what did you think she wanted to do? Honestly, if it were me, I would shoot him in the leg. And then he would just be in a lot of pain and not be able to move. He probably really actually wants to die because, I mean, this would be a miserable life. So you're just giving him what he wants. And that's probably why he drives other people to die, is because, I don't know, he's probably got some weird complex.
Look at these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Why not? I'm the one holding a gun here. And I will blow this bastard's brain out as soon as he looks at me. You hear me? Look at me. I want you to see what you've done. The pain you've caused me.
Mitzi, that's not what I meant. Just put the gun down for a second.
No! No. I can't do that, Mrs. A. I'm sorry. This is something I have to do. I have to.
Can't you hear that hissing sound? These cylinders are clearly leaking gas.
Please stay out of it.
You'll make a whole room blow up.
I don't care.
She's got blind
Just
rage.
leave me alone.
You lied to me. You never said you wanted to kill him. Fine, kill him.
You lied to me. You never said you wanted to kill him.
Now, wasn't that quite obvious? What did you think I wanted to do? Have a coffee with him? Chat about the weather or politics? For God's sake, I'm here because this son of a bitch needs to die. If I don't kill him now, he'll just carry on and more innocent people will lose their lives. Do you really want that? Because I don't.
Fine, kill him. This isn't the way to do it. Just turn the computers off instead. Think about this for a second. Would Jack really want this? Let's pull Jack into it.
Think about it for a second. Would Jack really want this?
This bastard messed with Jack's head. He tricked him. That's what he does. He fucking tricked him.
But would Jack really want you to become a murderer?
No, he wouldn't. He wasn't violent at all. He was the kindest, sweetest guy I ever knew.
Exactly. Now, put that gun down already.
But what about me? No, I'll do it. I know Jack will forgive me.
Without his father, he's harmless.
This isn't the way to do it. Just turn these computers off instead.
No! He doesn't deserve to live after what he's done.
And who are you to serve justice like this? Do you really want to kill an unarmed, paralyzed man?
Why are you doing this, Mrs. A? I thought you were my friend.
That's exactly why I'm doing this. Even if we survive the explosion, how will you be able to live with yourself?
I won't have very long to live with it. I'll manage just fine.
It's true.
Without his father, he's harmless. He was the one who supplied him with all this technology. He fulfilled his every single wish. I know this guy's rotten bad. There's no excuse for what he did. But he will be punished for it. Trust me. They'll put him in some stinking nursing home. He'll live his life like a vegetable. Stuck to bed. He'll have time to think about what he's done. and he'll never see a computer screen again. Isn't that enough?
He said, do it! He wants to die, and I want to kill him.
He wants us all to die. Can't you see that? Isn't that what he's been preaching? A joint suicide. That's why he wants you to shoot him. So we can all get blown to pieces.
His final act. The work of his life. Are you really going to give him that satisfaction? Remember what you said about feeding the troll? That's exactly what you're going to do if you kill him now.
No. Maybe you're right. You should leave, Mrs. A. I'd never wanted you to get hurt. But I'm not going away without this fucker dead. Even if that means I die too.
Mitzi, have you lost your mind? You're going to sacrifice your life for this scum? He's a parasite! A worthless, evil piece of shit!
It's not like I've got anyone to live for, is it?
What about me?
What? What about your mother? Your family?
She's dead! Yeah, I lied. I always lie. I grew up in an orphanage. My family never wanted to know me. The only person that cared about me was Jack. And he's dead! Yeah, happy now? So get the fuck out of here and let me do what I got to do.
I care about you, do it for me.
I care about you. Do it for me. Come on, mate. It's been a long day. Let's go home. We've won.
Have we really?
Trust me. I know we have.
How?
I'm the cat lady. From now on, I win every single day.
Hell yeah. Suck it. Not giving you what you want. Sorry guys, this episode's definitely gonna run long, but I'm just
It's
so
me,
caught up in the action.
Again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death.
Oh.
I'll never forget those last few weeks. It's a horrible way to die. Stuck in a hospital bed with no hope and whole life to pass you by. 6 months ago, I lost the best friend I'd ever had. But at least we knew it was coming. I had time to accept it, just like she did. And I can only be glad we spent that time together. I still miss her though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop the night after the funeral, and there it was. A friend request, over a year old. A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me, asleep, waiting. And when it'll hit me hard.
Aw, that must be Mitzi's grave. It's too big to be our baby's grave.
But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
So, do we still have our powers of immortality after all that? Or do we not because we kind of fucked over the Queen of Maggots? Well, that aside, this was a really interesting game. Super what the fuck, super twisted and messed up. And I think for the next What the Fuck Wednesday, I might play their next game. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was made a few years after this one. So I'm curious to see that. I thought this would be shorter than it was. Sorry for the long episode, guys, but I got super into the action. Wanted to see the ending. I'm sure you did too. I'm sure you didn't want to wait a week for it. Press any key to live. Yes. Oh, and that's the end of Cat Lady. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for another What the Fuck Wednesday.